皆さんこんにちは、アドムです。Yes, I know my face and my arms are very sunburnt, so after the video I made the other day I wanted to talk to you about the books that I use for studying the JLPT, since I think quite a lot of people don't really know what books to buy since there's such a large range of different books. Some which are completely useless and some which can really help you. So let's start. First of all, if you're going to be studying for the JLPT, I absolutely advise against using Romaji textbooks. Now, my reason for this is because the whole of the JLPT is in Japanese. You're not going to find English words. It's okay if you're going to, say, visit Japan, or if you're just starting to learn Japanese, but really you should only be using books that have the target sentences and grammar and words in Japanese. Okay, to start off, Kanji is one of the most important things for all levels of the JLPT. Now, since I'm doing the lower level JLPT N4, I found that this book here, which is for N4 and N5, is really good. This book is part of the Nihongo Challenge series, which is written for new learners of Japanese language to enjoy studying and understanding kanji. This book is made up of many lessons for the JLPT 5 and JLPT 4, N5, N4, and to start each lesson you get a sort of link the words so you can try and guess the meaning. Or if you already know some of the meanings, it's a good way to test yourself. Now, for each of the new kanji in the lesson, you get shown the kanji, you get shown a step-by-step guide of how to draw it, and you also get some pictures and some good hints as to the particles or radicals in each of the kanji. You also get the different readings, and also how they link up to some of the common words that will appear in the tests. At the end of each writing section, it gives you a small test where you write the hiragana for each of the characters, and then on the next page it tests you to see if you remembered how to draw them. And also, every few lessons you get a JLPT style test. Now, towards the start of the book they're very simple, but right now I'm probably about 3/4 of the way through the book, and at that point there's maybe only the length of the strokes difference, or maybe 2 or 3 different strokes, so it really does challenge you to remember the kanji. Now, this book covers kanji that you need to know for the JLPT N4 and N5, and it's very cheap at 1,300 yen, so if you can get it in your own country, or if you can import it somehow, then this is a definite must-have book in my opinion. It is great, and without it I would be struggling with kanji still. Also, inside the book there's not much space for practicing kanji, so if you can get hold of a very cheap kanji practice workbook, then that would be great. Now, the Nihongo Challenge series also does books for Bunpo to Yomu Renshu, so grammar and reading practice, which is also very important for your JLPT tests. And with these books, they're very much in a similar format to the kanji workbook. So first they'll give you the target grammar and how to use it, how it links up to the verbs, and then afterwards it will give you lots of different scenarios and usages with those grammar points. Then following that, it gives you a JLPT style test once again. So you insert the correct piece of grammar. And then there's normally a mochotto, which is just like a little more, just to make sure that you've got it all. And also, I believe in this book too, every few chapters there is a big JLPT style test, which is really good for preparing yourself for the real day. Now finally, in the Nihongo Challenge series I have the kotoba book, which is vocabulary, which is very good for practicing your reading and also building up your vocabulary, of course, giving you new words, highlighting them in bold in the passages, and then also giving you tests to make sure that you've got it all. And again, this book has JLPT style tests, so all in all, this series is really good. I cannot recommend it enough. The books are cheap. This one's 1,200 yen, and the one before was 1,400 yen, so you're not going to be spending more than 5,000 yen to get all the books, which is really good. Now, most people who are studying for the JLPT tests have a very busy lifestyle, so you probably know the feeling when you get home, get in, sit down, and you don't want to study. But these books do make it a lot easier. They give it very step by step, so it gradually builds it up. And it makes it fun and interesting to learn, so yeah. If you want to learn the JLPT material very fast, I recommend those books. Now, for your morning commute, or if you've got a lunch break, these books aren't very practical size-wise, so for a bit of a smaller scale book, I recommend the Nihongo Tango Speed Master series, which is the Japanese word speed master series, which comes in all levels. There's a book for N4 to N5, which is this book here. It gives you a CD, which shows you how to say all the words properly, and basically it just lists all the words like so. And you also get a nice little red sheet. Some people hate these with a passion, but I like them because it cuts out all the English, so it's very easy to test yourself. Now, I can't remember the price of these books, but I think they're more or less the same as the Nihongo Challenge series, so add these to your collection. Now, this next book was a personal recommendation from Japanese for Morons, Give Me a Break Man Victor, which is a dictionary of basic Japanese grammar. Now, this book was about 2,800 yen, which is a little pricey, but look at the size of it. It's got lots packed in there. And this book just basically breaks up all the different particles, different verbs, just all the grammar points and everything is just separated nicely. So if you see something and you just want to look it up very quickly, this book is very ideal. Now, before your exam day, you want to make sure that you pick up these beauties here, which are the official Japanese Language Proficiency Test practice books. Now, these are just a test in a single book. They give you all the questions like you'd expect to find in the tests, including all the different parts, and importantly, a listening segment as well. So, just to make sure you're comfortable with how the test is going to go, then make sure you get some of these. They've got them for every single level. They're very cheap. Well, I'm not sure if it's very cheap. I think they're very cheap at 700 yen a piece, so go down to your bookshop, go online, order them. Now, since I'm living in Japan, these books were very easy to come by, but if you happen to be living in a foreign country, I think the majority of them can be found on Amazon and other marketplaces, so I'll leave the names of the books in the description below. And that's a wrap for my recommendations for JLPT practice material. If you liked that, leave a comment, like, and make sure you subscribe. There'll be more videos coming soon. See you all later, Kanji out. Wow.